What about number 1? So, don't worry about 192 and 60. Worry about the smallest number. Which one's the smaller number? 60. Think about the biggest number that goes into 60. What is it? Biggest number that goes into 60. Bigger.
60.
60. Does 60 go into 192? No, 60 does not divide into 192. 192 divided by 60. Won't work. Alright, what's the next biggest number that goes into 60? 30. 30 doesn't go into 192. What's the next biggest number that goes into 60? 20 doesn't go into 192. What's the next one for 60? 15. 15 doesn't go. Then you end up with 12, okay? Too many of y'all are trying to worry about both the numbers. Just worry about the smallest one. Does that make sense to everybody? Because, guys, this stuff's not going away. It's not going away. All right, so besides 12, what else do they have in common? X and Y. There you go. All right, so what's 192 divided by 12? 16. There you go. All right, you had 4 X's. You took one of them out. How many do you have left? 3. There you go. And you took out the Y. All right, what's 60 divided by 12? 5. You took out the X. You had 5 Y's. You took out one of them. Y to the 4th. There you go. All right, what about number 2? How many terms does number 2 have? 4. So what do I have to do? No. Do 2 at a time. Do you remember what it was called? Start with a G. Grouping. There you go. Look at you go. Look at you go. All right, what about the first 2? What do the first 2 have in common? X squared. There you go. All right, so that leaves you with X minus 5. All right, then this guy right here is really important. You got to bring a plus sign. What do these 2 have in common? 3, and that leaves you with X minus 5. How do you know you did it right for your math workshop test this quarter? Those 2 are the same, guys. The only thing that's going to be on your math workshop test is factoring and radicals. That's it. Factoring and radicals. Y'all okay? All right, what about number 3? How many terms does number 3 have? 3, and the very first thing you look for if it has 2 or 3 terms is what? 3 little letters. GCF. Does it have a GCF? No. That's when you do what we did last week. Factors of the back number that add or subtract to be the middle number. Which one gives me -3 and how? 1 and 4. 1 minus 4. Very good. +1 and -4. Very, very good. All right, and we're going to learn the last one today. Or not learn, we're going to review it because you already learned it in 9th and 10th grade. So look at number 4. It's the very last one we need to go over, okay? How many terms does number 4 have? 2. Does it have a GCF? No. So if it has 2 terms and no GCF, what do you notice about the 81? It's a perfect square. So this is called the difference of 2 squares. And what is the square root of 81? So you got D and 9 and D and 9. Now what kind of signs will multiply to be -81, but they'll add and subtract to give me nothing in the middle like this one had? And +9. Very good. -9 times +9 is -81, and -9 plus 9 is 0. Y'all okay? All right, here's what I want you to do. I am not going to see you at all tomorrow. Like, not at all, unless I see you pass it in the hallway, okay? So we have to get 5 through 8 done today because I'm not going to see you tomorrow. So let's go ahead and do 5 through 8. That way we won't have as much homework. And then we're going to review 3 variables that we did last week. I won't see you tomorrow. We'll learn one more lesson on Thursday, and then we'll have a test on Friday, okay? It's going to be our first major test on Friday. All right, so 5 through 8. Y'all try those 4 real quick. 5 through 8. Try those 4. Try them on your own. Okay, what do you notice about number 5? They what? They're not the same, Ramiro. Very good. So does anybody remember what we call it if we can't factor it, if it's not possible to factor? It's not no solution. I mean, it is the same thing, but we called it something that started with a P. Prime. Very good, Jose. Very good. We call it prime. Same thing with no solution. We just call it prime. All right, what about number 6? How many terms does number 6 have? 4. So y'all go ahead and finish up number 6. Try that one. All right, check your work on 6. Check your work on 6. Make sure you get the same thing. Y'all okay? All right, what about number 7? There's 3 terms. There's no GCF. So how do we work this one? 3 terms and no GCF. What do we do? Nobody? Flesh? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you got 1 and 64. What else multiplies to be 64? 2 and 32. 4 and 16. 8 and 8. All right, which one adds or subtracts to be negative 16? How? If you add them, that'd be positive. I mean negative. Negative 8 and negative 8. Very good. Very good. So t minus 8 and t minus 8. Very good. All right, number 8. Y'all did so great on noticing what to do, but the only problem is you wrote it backwards. Notice what comes first on number 8. What comes first on number 8? The 144. So that should be 12 minus u and 12 plus u, okay? Addition's not a big deal if you get it backwards. Addition's the same thing if you get it backwards, but subtraction is not. Subtraction is a really big deal if you get them backwards, okay? So here's what we're going to do. All we're going to do is page 17. 6 and 7. I know the board says 8, but we're only going to do 6 and 7. I need to go change that real quick. 6 and 7, okay? And then number 10 is your homework for tonight, okay? Number 10 is your homework. All right, number 10 is our very first homework grade of the quarter, okay? So we are going to turn it in. So make sure you do number 10 on a separate sheet, okay? And I've given you the answer for your homework and everything. I just want you to make sure you know how to work it, because this is going to be our very first big assessment on Friday of the quarter, okay? So I want everybody to make sure they're good to go for that. All right, call me if you need me. We're walking around and helping everybody. 6 and 7. Answers are up there for you. Put your headphones in if you want to. Listen to music, just don't blare it. See what you want to say. Good?
So let's cancel. And then we positive. That would be 5. Or negative 5. Okay. So I'll have to cancel out the lines. So you can do it with each other. So this one. You have to open it.
Yeah.
6. Well, no cancel out. 6 9s. Uh, 15 minus. Two. Minus 6.
Either the X's or the Y or the Z's to the same
Okay. I think it would be easier to do this.
So they're not really anything easy, so you get to multiply by each other. You can some big numbers, but you gotta count that.
I could do.
Okay.